Drunk, abusive, toxic people, they just don't break your heart. They break your reality. They twist your thoughts. They spin your words. They flip all the stories upside down. And they do it slowly, bit by bit, until you don't even trust your own mind anymore. And here's the crazy part. They don't have to hit you every day. They don't have to yell at you every night. They don't even have to go get drunk every weekend. All they have to do is confuse you enough for you to stop believing in yourself. And today we're going to talk about the three mind tricks that these toxic, abusive, drunk people use and how you can break the spell and finally start getting your reality back. Because once you start getting your reality back, you get your power back. And this is something that they definitely don't want. Now, why does this happen? Simply living with a toxic person, living with a drunk is like living inside of the fun house at a old carnival or circus. You walk into the hall of mirrors and they all look weird. One makes you look short. Another one makes you look tall. One can even bend your body sideways, but everything looks wrong, doesn't it? And after a while, you stay in there long enough, you start thinking, maybe all these mirrors are right. Maybe I'm the one who's wrong. And that's what living with a drunk or abusive person does. They start to bend your reality so slowly that you start doubting what you feel, what you saw, and even what that you know in your heart is true. You cannot escape a cage that you don't realize that you're sitting in. And on this episode is about seeing that cage, how to identify it. And once you see it, you can stop sitting in it. The first mind game, big surprise, they confuse you on purpose. No, confusion is not an accident. It is their tool of choice. Drunks love confusion because a confused person argue a lot less, don't they? A confused person, they apologize more. A confused person stays quiet. And most importantly to them, they stay stuck. And here's how they do it. They change stories. They tell you one thing on Monday and then a totally different thing on Wednesday. They deny clear facts. You can say to them, you yelled at me last night, and they'll say, no, I didn't. You're just imagining that. They'll twist your words around. You'll say, I felt really scared last night. You made me nervous. They're going to say, "Oh, you're always being so damn dramatic." They'll talk around in circles. You know this one. You bring up one current issue and they'll drag five issues from the past in, blaming you. And then suddenly you're the one defending yourself instead of you holding them accountable. This is not being clumsy and it's not bad communication. This is control. Think of it like this. It's like someone rearranging the furniture in your house every night. And then they start calling you crazy for bumping into the couch in the dark. Well, how could that be your fault? But if they control your clarity, they certainly control your choices. When your mind is foggy, you can't make any good decisions. And that's exactly what they want. The second thing they do is they lower your standards 1 inch at a time. Now, people think that abuse, that happens big and fast. No, not really. Abuse, that happens inch by inch, just like water dripping on a rock. One drip, that's not going to do anything. But several thousand drips, that carves a hole into the rock. And here's how your standards start falling. On the first drip, they'll say something smart ass. They'll talk to you with a little bit of edge on their voice and you just dismiss it and let it go. The second drip is that they start drinking a little more than usual. You don't really think a lot of that either. The third drip is they tell a little lie and you let that slide. The fourth drip, they start slamming doors. You wonder about it, but you're letting everything else go. Why not this? The fifth drip, they'll say something mean and demeaning to you and say, oh, that's supposed to be funny. It's a joke. And you let it go. But then after a while, after so many drips, you find yourself drowning, not because of one big thing, but because of 1,000 little things. But by now, you're too tired or way too damn confused to fight. It's just like if someone were to move your backyard fence an inch every day. By the time you notice it, half your yard is gone. Every time that you lower your standards, you start lowering your power. And guess what? Drunk people, toxic people, they know this. They're counting on this. They want you to slowly forget what normal even is. That's exactly what they want. Number three, they make you responsible for their choices and their chaos. And this is the most powerful mind game that they play because they blame you for their behavior. I'm sure you've heard things like, you're the one that pissed me off and made me mad. You started it. If you didn't talk to me that way, I wouldn't do this. I'm under a lot of pressure, and you know that the drinking helps my stress. You really know how to push my buttons. And my favorite, you made me do this. Listen to me carefully. Adults, they choose their actions, but adults also choose their reactions. And adults, they damn sure choose their drinking. If someone hits you, scares you, screams at you, or lies to you, that is their choice. It is not your fault. It's just like if someone were to throw a rock at your car, they did it. That's on them. If they say, well, you parked too close to me. Well, okay, maybe you did, but that doesn't make it your fault. Their chaos should never be your homework. If they break things, well, that's on them. But if they break you, that's on you for staying into the fire. But in the moment, they will always try to hand the blame to you because the blame that keeps you quiet. If you think that you're always the problem, then you're going to stop expecting anything better. And that is exactly what they want. So, how do you start taking your reality back? Let's break this down into simple elementary school level steps that virtually anyone can do. Number one, believe your body and not their words. That knot in your stomach, it knows. The tight chest, it knows. Your shallow breaths, it knows. If your body feels tight or if it feels scared, that's not random. It's not drama. Your nervous system is the most honest part of your body. Their excuses are nothing but lies. The second thing you're going to do is write things down. Now, this is huge. Don't write down your feelings, just the facts. Write down what happened, what they said, what they did, how it ended. Because by now, your memory, it's like a chalkboard and they keep erasing it. Writing it down in something makes it permanent. It's like writing with a Sharpie marker. And when you go back to reading your own words, they're gaslighting, that starts to lose its power. Number three, don't argue with drunk logic. You can't win. You can't win a debate with someone who's lying, pissed off, and angry and twisting reality. It's like trying to teach math to a dog. It just won't work. So what do? You walk away. You go outside. You take time for yourself and just breathe or just get some space for yourself because you can never win a game that is completely rigged against you. Fourthly, tell one safe person the truth. Not everyone, just one person, and preferably someone that they don't know, because silence, that's where the toxic behavior, that's where it grows, that's where it festers, and the truth, that is what kills it. Fifthly, rebuild your strength back a little bit at a time. Start reading, learn new things, get into breathing, move, rest, reconnect, and most importantly, make a damn plan. Because strong people, they're not born, they're the ones who rebuild themselves out of adversity. Let me leave you with this. The toxic people, they don't just hurt you, they are rewriting your reality. But once you take that reality back, they lose the only weapon that's ever worked. And if this episode woke something up in you, and I hope it did, hit the like, subscribe, and share this with someone that you know. And if you want real common sense, no fluff, no therapy words, no bullshit help, go to my website, flinchnomore.com. That's flinchnomore.com, because you deserve clarity. You deserve safety. The nasty people, the drunks and the addicts, they don't just break your heart, they break your whole world. And it's time for that to stop. Let's talk soon.